My question is, since you have said that the bigger the government and the economics will slowing down, so what about that? You know, in China, the Sinopec and China Petrol are on the top 4 of the Forbes. So, and the mobile in America is lower than the Sinopec and the China Petrol. So doesn't it mean that these two companies be regulated by the government is better than the mobile? And you know that the national economics is promoted by the single companies, the individual companies. So it means that the two companies controlled by the government can promote our national economy. So I think that it means the economics be promoted by these two companies is the government's sacrifice and it's better than the mobile.
So I don't know enough about the Chinese particular companies to comment on the particular companies. I just don't know. But my guess is that those companies are not that well run, that they don't do such a great job, that Steve Jobs could not invent the iPhone within those companies, that they're too bureaucratic, too expensive, and they're heavily subsidized ultimately by the government. And then in a free market, they couldn't compete. And that China, your standard of living would be much higher if those companies were privatized and you were allowed to have a free market competition with those companies. In every other area, in every other part of the world, everywhere, where you see companies privatized, and when you see real competition, you see standard of living go up much faster. China's a very interesting case because you've got these big government companies and then you've got a whole private economy. My understanding, and I'm not an expert on China, is that the real growth that you've experienced, the real economic growth, comes from those private companies, comes from those private sectors. It's no accident that Guangzhou's, I'm pronouncing all these names wrong, so I'm sorry, but Guangzhou's, Shenzhen, Dongguan, that area of China is thriving because they're being left alone. So, I think you've got it wrong, but I don't have all the facts. I can't completely, debate this with you.